It'll only take 5 minutes.
I don't want to look at an apartment.
You don't have a choice. I'm driving.
I think you're making a big mistake, Charlie. I wouldn't move out of my house for anything.
Yeah, well, you don't have to fight the freeway 2 hours a day. Plus, think how much I'll save on gas.
Yeah, but you're going to miss your yard and your pool.
No, I won't. I'm tired of spending half of my time in the freeway and the other half doing what the gardener is supposed to do. Marion and I started out in an apartment. Now that the kids are gone, it'll be fun to...
I mean, lots of people have been looking at it. If you want it, you better grab it.
She's right, Charlie. Grab it, let's go.
Bedroom is a good size. There's plenty of room for the furniture.
Terrific. Right here, Charlie.
We can make the other bedroom a den.
Good idea.
Where's the kitchen, Miss Ellis?
Oh, right through there. And call me Gilda, honey. Everybody does. Don't you want to look at the kitchen, too?
No.
Smart. These 2 guys who live here kept the place immaculate. They had such spiffy stuff.
Oh?
What kind of furniture do you have?
You know. Chairs.
It's perfect. It's just what we had in mind.
Good, let's go.
It's a nice apartment. It's light. It's roomy. Lots of closet space. What do you think?
I think I should have waited in the car. Come on, let's go.
I'll just be a minute. So?
If you want it, you're going to have to leave me a deposit. You know, we want first and last month's rent.
Yeah.
And a cleaning deposit. Oh. Huh. That's nice, having both your names on your check.
Yeah.
You're Charles, and he's Marion.
Hello. Mrs. Stein showed up again, this time in Hollywood.
Who's Mr.?
The manager. Went to cash another check. When he turned around, she was gone. He's still holding her ID.
What spooked her? Maybe she got a glimpse of the kitchen.
Probably just wandering around, confused.
Go talk to the manager of the hamburger stand. She might still be hanging around there.
Manager said she was all dressed up. Everybody's dressed up in Hollywood.
Yeah, but how many of them are wearing a bar mitzvah dress and a Mickey Mouse hat?
Okay, but if I find her, I'm not driving her back to Tarzana, not during the rush hour.
I've already had a call on my ad.
What ad? Oh, your house. It's in already? Let me see it. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, pool, patio, wine cellar. Wine cellar? It's a basement.
Not if you put in a couple of racks.
Leave a jump rope down there and you can call it a gym.
Miss, excuse me. Miss, can I talk to you for 1 second, please?
What do you want to talk about?
You've been standing here long.
Yeah, stand here a lot. Why?
Well, maybe you could help me. I'm looking for a woman.
Consider yourself helped.
I gotta move. Can you get in for 1 second?
Time is money.
I only need about $10 of your time.
$10 won't buy much.
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
I thought you said something about money.
Oh, yeah. Here. Hey, I'm being pulled over.
You're being arrested.
The house has forced air heat. We just had it serviced. They said it's in great condition. And there's a gas log in the fireplace that saves lugging all that firewood.
Yes.
And there's another fireplace in the den.
Nice.
The whole house is lath and plastered. We really enjoyed this house. A lot of good memories here.
Where's the fuse box?
Down in the basement.
I'd like to have a look.
Yeah, sure.
Could you show me how the air conditioning works?
It doesn't have air conditioning, but it does have a very good blower.
How does it work?
I'll show you right after I show your husband the fuse box.
Oh, that's okay. I can find it.
Well, actually, it's very simple. Here. See, if you set this tab to the temperature that you want, then the fan goes on automatically.
Oh, that seems easy enough.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You have a lovely yard here. Do you know where we might find a gardener?
Well, we already have a very good one. I talked to him, and he wants to continue.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering, do you have children? Well, see, we raise our family here, and I know how difficult it is, find places to take families, because some landlords think the children are destructive, but we don't. I mean, my wife, we love children.
We don't have any children.
Oh, good. You find it?
Yes.
Would you like to go upstairs and check out the bedrooms?
No, that's fine. We'll take it.
Wait, you sure the two of you don't want to talk it over?
No, that's not necessary. I mean, we like it, and we'd like to move in right away.
Oh, well, no. See, my wife is planning to have the floors re-waxed.
Oh, no, they're fine.
Yes, how soon can we move in?
And move in right away. There's nothing. Oh, wait, do you mind if we leave this big cupboard?
No, fine.
Here, let me give you the keys. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Hume, it's nice doing business.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
yeah. I guess we should have asked more, huh?
Okay, who's the joker?
I thought you were.
What's wrong, Rossi?
You know what I'm talking about. Enough's enough, okay?
Oh, it's funny.
Nothing's funny, Charlie.
So listen to this, Charlie. Question, how do you tell a prostitute from a cop? Answer, watch Rossi. The one he picks up is the cop.
That's not right.
The cheap shot. I'm sorry I told you guys about it.
A year from now, you think it's funny.
A year from now, I'll laugh. Right now, forget it.
It's forgotten. Did she give you back the $10?
Steady, Jeff, Donovan.
If the bar mitzvah lady turns up again, I'll send Billy.
Hang on a minute. Charlie, it's for you.
Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Thatcher. Well, we've had very few problems in the neighborhood. No, I understand. No, it's okay with me as long as you're paying for it. Just make sure that they don't deface property in any way. Yeah. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
What you gonna do? Convert your wine cellar into a basement?
He wants to put in a burglar alarm system. Says he's got a lot of antiques. Funny. Sure didn't seem like the antique type.
Bonnie, could you come in?
Right away. Here's the Garvey file.
Thank you. Hume bought the idea of a security system.
Good.
Tell the electricians they can start Monday.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
When are you moving in?
Probably Sunday. How about you?
Friday, the latest.
Right.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Hey, Billy, did you finish that piece on the beach communities?
Not yet. I'm going to talk to some of the long-term residents today.
Why do beach stories take twice as long as stories on the inner city?
It's hard to walk through the sand.
Morning, Lou.
Morning. You look cheerful.
I had a wonderful weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Charlie get in yet?
Yeah, it only took him 15 minutes to get here by bus. He'll be out any minute to tell you about the wonders of the RTD.
Good morning, Charlie.
It's a great morning. You don't know how good it feels not to fight the freeway traffic. Guess how long it took me to get in this morning?
12 minutes.
15. I read our competitor all the way. How long did it take you to get in this morning?
An hour and a half.
Oh, that's all.
It was beautiful. I flew in from San Diego. Would you like to hear about my weekend?
No. Hey, have you two read this editorial? Must have left them in the apartment.
Left what?
My glasses. I read the paper. Oh, I left my glasses on the bus.
Ah, too bad you didn't drive to work. You could have gone downstairs and gotten them out of your car.
What am I going to do?
Stand on a corner and stop every bus that goes by. You should find a right one in 3-4 days.
I didn't say a word, Charlie.
Gotta have my glasses. Wait a second. I have an extra pair at the house in the top drawer of the workbench.
What workbench? The one in your wine cellar?
I'm going to call up Thatcher and tell him I'm coming over there. That is, if somebody will give me a ride.
Oh, you guys are terrible. I'll give you a ride, Charlie, if you don't mind going to Santa Monica with me.
I'll be right with you. The line's busy. It's okay, Billy. There's somebody there.
Looks like nobody's home.
Let's give him another minute.
Why don't we go to Santa Monica and we can check again on the way back?
I have an extra key. Press it. It's funny, it doesn't work.
Mr. Hume, what are you doing?
You changed the lock.
Yes, I did.
Why?
So somebody wouldn't come out here and do what you're doing right now, just let themselves in?
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were home and... I know just where they are. They're in the top drawer.
No, just wait here. I put a lot of boxes down there, and you could easily trip.
Boy, it sure looks different with somebody else's fridge.
Doesn't look like the same house. It's pretty, though.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't go in much for Japanese art.
It's Chinese, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Well, sure it is. You can tell by the shape of the vases.
Well, what's the difference? Chinese, Japanese? To me, it looks like a museum. What does it say, made in Japan?
No, it says property of Los Angeles Metropolitan Museum of Art. Do not handle. What do you suppose that means?
That means put it down.
Here they are. Now, if you don't mind.
You put fixtures up there.
Act like it. Oh, don't worry. We'll remove it when we leave.
Yeah, but there'll be holes in the ceiling.
I assure you, Mr. Now, if anyone touches the glass while the alarm's on, every light in the room goes on. It's that way all through the house. There's an electric eye in the driveway that sounds a buzzer when a car approaches. And look at this. See this? Looks like part of a light switch. But if I press it, a signal goes off and the police are called.
Boy, pretty complicated system you put in.
Does it cost a fortune?
Yes, well, I've quite a collection of Chinese porcelain to protect.
Your things are beautiful.
Kind of die?
Well, of course. No, but besides that, Charlie, who the hell did you rent your house to?
Couple named Thatcher.
Yeah? Well, what kind of business is he in?
Oh, he's a computer systems analyst or something. Guy's own business.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I checked his references at the bank. Why, what's wrong?
There's just something fishy going on over there, and people coming and going all hours of the day and night. I gotta tell you, Charlie, Gail and I don't like it. And neither do the Armstrongs.
So they have a lot of friends.
They're strange friends.
Oh, come on, Herb. I can't believe there's anything wrong.
Okay, Charlie, it's your house. You want to believe nothing going on over there, it's all right with me. See, look. Thatcher was expecting this guy. He even opened the garage for him from the inside.
So what? That doesn't prove a thing.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Pardon me. I was wondering if you could tell me something about the Meiping vases.
I'll try.
Well, I see in the catalog there are 5 in the collection, but I could only find 3. Could they be somewhere else in the museum?
No. All the Oriental pieces are in this section. Oh, but sometimes some of the items are out on loan to other museums.
How could I find that out? I'd really love to see them.
I'll check the file for you. Now, what was that catalog number, please?
Number 203, Meiping vases of the Yuan dynasty.
Oh, here we are. Yes, the other 2 vases are out on loan to... I'm terribly sorry. I can't help you.
Why not? Didn't you say they were out on loan?
Yes, yes, they are.
To whom?
I'm sorry. That's all the information I have.
Well, thanks. And you should have seen the look on her face. It was the biggest lie she ever told.
Why?
Whoever checked out those Meiping vases has enough influence to prevent anyone from finding out.
The whole thing doesn't make sense. I wonder why Thatcher borrowed those priceless antiques.
I wonder why the museum would lend them.
You know, I found out something else, too. I checked with the Department of Motor Vehicles, and the man that we saw pulling into your driveway was none other than Dennis Holt.
The attorney?
That's right.
Gee, I wonder how Thatcher knows him. His reputation is certainly questionable.
What do you mean questionable? Just because he represents gangsters and thugs? Just because he's been the link between the underworld and the overworld for years?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's good. His clients never go to jail.
Charlie, you want me to go by your house, talk to Thatcher, see what I can find out?
Rossi, the place is guarded by electronic equipment. You get in trouble in your own car on Hollywood Boulevard. This time you'll be picked up as a peeping Tom.
Or shot for trespassing.
Just trying to help.
City dash Donovan. Yes, he is. Just a second.
Charlie, it's for you.
Oh,
Charlie, it's me.
oh, hi, Marion. I'm glad you caught me. I was just getting ready to go to lunch.
Antonio, they said that they would do the yard themselves.
Marion, would you speak up?
They said they would do the yard themselves. And they also let the pool man go. Charlie, what about my roses and all the new nice ice plants we put in after the fire? Would you like to eat what I have to come up with?
How can I help but hear it? Look, go to the landlady and tell her to do something about that racket.
Who do you think is making that racket?
All right, Marion, I'll take care of it. You know, I'm going out to the house and get rid of the thatches.
You can't. They have a lease.
They broke the lease by putting up the ceiling lights. You know, Herb Brenner was right. There is something funny going on out there, and they don't want anybody around who can see what's going on, you know, like a gardener or a pool.
Charlie, why can't I wait in the car?
Because I want a witness.
Oh, Mr. Hume, what is it now?
This is I just want you and your wife and your things out of here and quick.
No, Mr. Hume. I'm terribly sorry, but that won't be possible.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here.
Can't you tell us what's happening here? Who are those officials you're trying to bribe?
Yeah, and what are you buying with your bribes?
I don't have the authority to give out that information to anyone, let alone 2 editors of the Los Angeles Tribune.
Well, then maybe you better get the authority.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's right. Yeah, it's Dillon here. And we run into a hitch. Well, I'm here now with the owner of the house, Mr. Hume, and he wants us out. Well, I'd like to put him in the picture. Get his cooperation. Now, it's that or abort, and I think it's the way to go. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Okay, gentlemen, we got the go-ahead. Would you like a drink?
I know where it is.
If I were to ask you to name the most valuable undeveloped land in Los Angeles County, what would you say?
The Santa Monica Mountains.
Exactly. And if I were to ask what area in the county would builders and developers most like to get?
Track lighting.
Cameras. And throughout the house, microphones. Would you like to see the control center?
Yeah.
You see, Charlie, you didn't have to call it a wine cellar. It's mission control.
It certainly is. Hello, Mrs. Thatcher. Looks like a TV station. Now, this is why I rented my house.
Yes, a house in L.A. with a basement is a rarity. Miss Wiles, would you put up tape number 404, cut the sound, and do it quickly? We're running a little behind schedule. Now, this tape will show the subject from the back only.
Back only?
No, we also have a close-up camera, but I'm not authorized to show you. But you will see the subject accepting the bribe quite clearly.
Oh, you're very good. Who's playing the other guy?
I can't give you the cast list at this time.
Who did he think you were?
Oh, in this case, he thought he was talking to a condominium developer who was interested in a parcel of land bordering Mulholland Drive. Another time I said I wanted it for an amusement park. It varies. Now, here, bingo.
How much is in the envelope?
$10,000? Marked bills, of course.
You've got pretty hard evidence.
We've gone to a lot of trouble to indict these guys on trading their influence for bribes. And we don't want it thrown out of court on a technicality. Now, I can't ask you not to print this. But obviously, if you do, the operation's finished.
That's right. You can't ask us that.
But if you go along with us, I can promise you that you'll be the first to get this.
It's a good story. I don't know if we should sit on it.
I think it's worth it. I think we're making a better story by waiting. You know, I still am having trouble believing what I saw, all of that technology. Hey, stop. Isn't that Councilman Garvey?
Yeah.
Back up. Hey, he's going up my driveway. Oh, boy, no.
They're sure going after some big game.
You should have kicked them out on the spot.
How could I? Would have wrecked the operation.
You go along with this?
I go along with police trying to catch criminals.
But they aren't criminals.
They're taking bribes, Rossi. Councilmen who allow zoning regulations to be fought aren't exactly working in the public interest.
But they weren't doing that until the police offered them the bribes.
They took them.
And maybe Maybe if the police, using taxpayer money, hadn't stuck the dough under their noses, maybe they would have lived their whole lives without ever doing a dishonest act.
If not the police, eventually someone would have offered something. Now we know that these guys wouldn't have said no.
We don't know that. That's the trouble with these entrapment cases. Perfectly innocent people can get nailed because of special circumstances we can't even imagine.
They aren't perfectly innocent people. Dillon said that they were suspicious of these people, but they just didn't have hard evidence.
It wouldn't be that you're just sensitive to this because you got nailed on Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm not a bit sensitive.
Poor choice of words.
Well, you guys are taking an attack on our basic liberties awfully lightly.
I'm not taking anything lightly. I'm not comfortable with this at all. But at the moment, I don't have a good reason to louse up a complicated police operation.
You know, I don't either. And it bothers me because it seems like there's already enough crime being committed without law enforcement having to go around generating it.
Exactly. It's like firemen placing old rags and lighter fluid next to a heater, so if it catches on fire, then they can put it out.
These guys had a public trust. And if they got nailed, it's their own fault. All they do is say no.
So we're just going to sit on the story?
We're not going to run it. Yet. That doesn't mean we aren't going to cover it.
So I can do some checking on this Dillon Thatcher, whatever his name is?
It'd be kind of nice.
They showed him the whole operation. Cameras in the ceiling, recording equipment in the basement. From what I gather, it put network television to shame.
It's the lousiest pie ever tasted. How much videotape did it show him?
Just a few minutes, the back of some guys. You sure?
I know about any undercover operation that took this kind of planning.
Then he's a fraud.
I didn't say that. You know how many different agencies besides LAPD have intelligence divisions in this county?
No.
Next target.
How many?
Take a guess. Apple pie.
What's the matter, Charlie? The busters lost their appeal?
The apartment. Woman is driving me crazy.
Hey, take it easy, Charlie. You and Marion have always been able to solve your problems.
Marion's not driving me crazy. It's the landlady, Mrs. Lacey.
Oh, her. Is she still trying to find out why you and I broke up?
Marion just phoned. She says that if I don't do something about it, she's moving to the YWCA.
What's good old Gilda up to now?
Well, you see, she...
Marion doesn't like the new wave music?
What's that?
Came right after punk.
No. Mrs. Lacey is into disco.
I'd move to the Y.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rossi, where have you been?
Nosing around, I just talked to Lieutenant McPhee. Not only is there no Thatcher or Dillon in LAPD, but there's no investigation going on about rezoning the Santa Monica Mountains.
What? You sure?
Well, McPhee's checking around, but if your tenant is with any other intelligence division, why would he lie?
Terrific. More now I can just blackmail.
It's quite a scam.
What are you going to do, Charlie?
Before, I just wanted him out. Now I want him out and in jail. Rossi, you call Lieutenant McPhee and tell him to meet me at my house.
Sure.
We watched a con game in operation, Ludy. I thought I was talking to him.
This guy Thatcher was pretty convincing and pretty thorough. My wife had kept the house this clean. Never would have divorced her.
Even repaired the ceiling. There were fixtures up there that held a camera and stuff. You can't even tell where it was replaced.
We're not going to find anything around here. I'd like you to go down to the department. See if the composite artist can put something together from a description.
All right.
Give us a little time on this one, okay? Before you print anything, let's see what we get when I run this description through the computers.
I don't know what we have to print anyway.
You know what I don't get? Why would a con artist bother to replaster and paint?
Good question. I just wish I had a good answer.
Come on, Lou. You gave the guy a couple of days. Let's go with the story.
What story?
Funny. Police.
We don't know if they were coming.
A suspicious group, posing as police undercover agents, rented an LA area house for the purpose of blackmail.
We don't know if that was their purpose.
For the possible purpose of blackmailing.
Possibility in the story.
We have bribery here. We have blackmail here.
We think that's what we have. We don't have anything.
We know one thing. We know that Councilman Garvey was involved.
Involved in what?
Okay. I'll go ask him.
Do that. And I'm sure if you ask him nicely, he'll tell you all about the bribe he took.
What can I do for you, Joe?
Well, it shouldn't take long. I just want you to respond to a couple of questions.
Sure. Go ahead.
Where were you last Monday?
All day?
Approximately 1 o'clock.
Last Monday. I may have my days mixed, but I believe I was out of town. But if I was with a woman, it was my wife.
Yeah, well, I think you were alone at a house at 3959 Moraga Canyon Drive, met a man you thought was a developer, and accepted a bribe in exchange for your vote in the Santa Monica Mountains rezoning.
Joe, I recall now. The last Monday I was in the San Diego area with my wife and kids. We visited a friend in La Jolla.
Councilman, at approximately 12:45, you were seen driving your city car to the house in Moraga Canyon. You met a man who identified himself as Thatcher, about 6 feet tall, had brown hair, wearing a blue pinstripe suit. The one thing you didn't know was that from the moment you entered the house, everything you did and said was recorded on videotape.
That's impossible, Joe, because I was in San Diego.
Of course, your proof.
Sure, a lot. You can talk to people there. Oh, here. Monday, Monday. Left LAX, 8:15. Met by Walter Higgins, La Jolla. He's in the phone book, Joe, in case you want to chat with him. Returned to L.A., 5:30 p.m. Here's the receipt for my airline tickets. You can look at it, but I need it back to show the IRS.
Come on, her value.
Looks pretty happy. Why not? She's been away from Tarzana for a month.
What's this?
Oh, it's the arrest of that extortionist at San Francisco Airport.
Take a good look at this, Charlie. You see,
Hi, this is Charlie Hill. Listen, we have a picture come over the wire from San Francisco. And in the background is a pretty good shot of the guy who rented my house. Oh? Sure. We'll be right over.
What's up?
Wants us to come over to his office. Says he has something for us, too.
You shouldn't have any trouble getting an identification on him now.
I wonder what he was up to in San Francisco.
He, was on another assignment.
Assignment.
What's going on here?
Ellen, would you send Mr. Collins in? I was just about to call you when you phoned.
Well, look, let's hear it, Charlie. Lieutenant meant it when he said he had something for us.
Good to see you again, Mr. Thatcher. Or is it Dillon?
Oh, no, it's Collins. Jim Collins.
Jim is with the State Attorney General's office. Oh, look at me. You like that, Lou?
LAPD, not me.
You went along with it to deceive us. Same thing. You still haven't answered my question.
I didn't lie about the investigation. We were gathering evidence on officials who were willing to take bribes. When a reporter goes undercover to sniff out corruption, he gets awards, right?
A reporter writes about corruption, Mr. Collins. He doesn't create it.
We created the opportunity for corruption. And the reason we went undercover was to get direct evidence. We didn't want to use informers because government agents are more credible witnesses. Besides, it's a very effective deterrent to political corruption.
How successful was this project?
Well, in the near future, 2 councilmen and at least 1 supervisor will be brought before the grand jury.
There are also several attorneys who may wind up disbarred.
You guys ever question your methods?
And we get criticized for being overzealous and overreacting. And here we do an operation with subtlety and finesse, and we get nailed for that, too.
Mr. Hume, you'll understand why we'd like you to hold up on this story for a few days.
No, I don't understand, and that's one request we're not going to honor.
We thought you were going to say that. I'm sorry you're not going to be cooperative. Oh, by the way,
Yes. Send him in. Come in, Joe. I appreciate you coming down. I know how busy you newspaper people are.
Oh, Councilman, not at all.
Nick Canyon, the afternoon of the 18th, and money, in fact, did change hands.
Really?
I'm sorry I had to throw out that smoke screen about my trip to La Jolla. Would you like to know why I took the money?
Yeah, I would.
Being held in safekeeping until my investigation is completed. You do understand?
Yeah. I'm sure the grand jury will understand, too.
You know, I'm still burned up about being used by our own government.
Oh, Charlie, don't aggravate yourself. After all, we're back home, and I don't have to listen to Mrs. Lacey anymore. Look on the bright side. We got our ceiling painted.
Yeah, you're right, Marion.
If you think about it, we're lucky living in a country like this. A lot of the world, people who criticize the government like that, whew, they would be followed and they would be watched the rest of their lives.
No, that's silly, Marion. Turn off your light. Marion?
Yeah.
I read somewhere that they now have a camera that can photograph in complete darkness.
Go to sleep, Charlie.
While Jet Set partygoers play, $1 million heist is underway. On Police Story, next on A&E.